Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled, My Wife Has Emotionally Cheated on Me in the Past, and I believe still is. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. I'm reluctant to post this as it seems so inconsequential in comparison to some of the more physical forms of cheating here, but I don't really know where else to post it. To start out, my wife and I have been married for 4 years. We got married the summer after my freshman year of college. We were both very young and frankly weren't ready for marriage emotionally. This plays a role in how our marriage has gone, I'm sure. She has never really been interested in the physical intimacy of our marriage, and I've always chalked it up for her abusive father and the negative associations that she now has with the male figures / my own shortcomings and growing pains. However, as our marriage has progressed, it has gotten worse instead of better. For me, this is more than a I'm not being satisfied kind of issue, as physical touch is my main love language. It's got to the point where she seemed so disinterested / inconvenienced when having intercourse that it's nothing but emotional torture for me to even try anymore. Now that you've all heard what may just be me venting and not a relevant part of this discussion, I'll move on. Being married through college is tough. To boot, I also played basketball and was studying engineering. It was always a struggle for us to find time together. But it got much worse the last few months of my super senior, 5th year, when I was playing basketball and spending 50 hours a week on just my senior design project in addition to my other classes. I realized now that playing basketball was a mistake, and that I should have prioritized time with my wife over that. During this time, she began to become socially distant and spent a lot of time playing an online forum-style game / talking to people on Discord, an online communicating app mostly for gamers. She spent more and more time talking to people and less energy on me. But there wasn't much I could do about it because of school and the time all those things took. It got to the point where we were so used to not spending time together, even after my schooling was over, we'd still do our separate things. This is a large part of my fault as well. I sort of knee-jerk reacted to her seeming disinterested in me emotionally and the constant build-up of her being disinterested physically and let it happen. I figured once I found a job and we finally got to start our lives that we could fix it no problem. Well, halfway through my senior year, COVID hit and the job market died. So we spent the whole summer doing what we had been doing, not spending time together / ignoring each other. A few months into the summer, she finally confessed that she had been emotionally cheating on me with someone and that she was very sorry and would back off on the relationship. I forgave her and tried not to make a big deal out of it because that's the unhealthy way I deal with my emotions. I just chuck them into a corner and ignore them. I wanted her to completely cut out the whole online talking game, but she had made a lot of friends on it and didn't want to cut them out too. At this point, I didn't feel like I could rightly ask that of her since we were trapped inside and she has historically been poor at making friends. Moving on throughout the rest of the summer, not much changed. We both struggled a lot with depression and anxiety as our savings slowly depleted as I searched for a job. During this time, she made some other friends who I felt she was just repeating the same thing with. However, this friend had depression issues and was really bad, so I again didn't feel like I could do much. To her, if I said to stop talking to this person, then they'd likely off themselves because they didn't have her support anymore. Moving on to present day, after so many of these incidents and so many of these people ultimately hurting her and me having to comfort her over someone she has emotionally cheated on me with, there is yet another one. This time I finally found a job and moved 17 plus hours away from our family, which she hates. And we were in the northern part of the nation, which she hates due to the cold. She basically does the same thing she was doing the past few months, and she's gotten to the point where she's neglected even taking care of the house, leaving me to both work full-time and take care of the house / cook, etc. She spends as much of her time as possible with this person and has even taken up learning another language for them. They speak 2 languages. I overheard her calling them her soulmate the other day. We've had several long discussions about all of this where she apologized and said she'd change things, aside from talking to this person. But ultimately, nothing's changed. I no longer feel I can be intimate with her due to the emotional pain it causes, and she more or less refuses to spend time with me. I try to go shopping with her, hikes, etc., but she never wants to. I feel like she'd be happier without me, but she doesn't have a job or a degree and couldn't really support herself. So now I'm trapped in what is growing to be a loveless marriage, being forced to provide for someone who I don't feel like wants to be with me, while I watch her spend all of her time / energy on someone else. I still love for and care for her, so just straight up divorcing her isn't an option. Not to mention, we're both Christians, so we don't believe in divorce, or at least it's an extreme last resort. I just feel kinda screwed by this whole situation. And although I recognize my part in building it, at least I'm trying to fix it now. Anyways, thanks for reading, and sorry again if this doesn't belong here since it's not cheating in the technical sense, I guess. And the first comment says, "It sounds like y'all got married far too young, obviously. Why would you continue to put up with this? She's clearly checked out of the marriage. It's only a matter of time until she pushes boundaries further into physical. Why would you choose to be so unhappy? You said she hates being far away from her family, so if you let her go, she's free to move home. Don't go through life with a loveless, unhappy marriage. And sure as hell, don't bring kids into it. You deserve happiness too, and you owe her nothing. She called this person her soulmate. A measure of a person is their actions, not their words. You openly admit she doesn't make any effort to change and instead is further deteriorating towards the guy. Eventually, you will need to make priority of your mental health and happiness regardless of religious affiliation. The Bible may not like divorce, but it doesn't like cheating spouses with repeated affairs who don't love their spouses either. Please choose your happiness. The trauma of this relationship is real, and you will carry the scars for it for the rest of your life." Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below and let me know if there's any other subreddits you guys would like me to make videos on, and also like the video and please subscribe.